Hey, it's Christine, Manifestation Queen, here to remind you of your manifesting power. Fast manifestation and how to manifest your desires a little bit faster. First, I want to talk about Neville and Abdullah. So, if you're a Neville fan, I'm sure you've heard the story many times. But if you haven't heard about it, Abdullah was Neville's mentor. And at the time, this was during the Great Depression, they were both in New York City, and Neville had a desire to return to Barbados to see his family. He hadn't been there in years, but he had no money, he had no way of getting there. Boats were limited. And Abdullah kept telling Neville, "You are in Barbados." He didn't tell Neville, "Oh, don't worry about it. In a few weeks, something will come up and you'll get to Barbados." No, he said, "You are in Barbados right now." So that's a huge distinction of when you're trying to manifest desire and you keep thinking, "Oh, maybe it'll happen soon. Maybe it'll happen in the future. Maybe I'll get it. Oh, it's gonna come. It's gonna come in like a few days or a few weeks. It'll show up." Versus, I have the desire right now in my imagination. So even though Neville was in New York City, he was walking around as if it was Barbados in his imagination. Every night when he was falling asleep in his New York apartment, he would imagine falling asleep in his Barbados bed. So being in Barbados at that moment, even though his current reality showed him he was in New York. Is it clicking for you? And unfortunately for Neville, it took a few months before things started to happen where he ended up getting the money for a boat ride to Barbados. He also got some extra money and some clothes to go with it. And he even manifested going first class. And it wasn't because he wasn't doing it correctly. It's just, it took some time for him to line up with himself that he was in Barbados. Things and situations in his 3D world had to rearrange themselves in order for that manifestation to fully complete. So, how does this pertain to your desires? You got a desire, you in your imagination are there or have it right now, not in the future, right now. And then don't worry about it because your 3D world is a reflection of what's going on in your imagination. So if you're there fully in your desire, the version of you that has it already, there's no need to doubt or worry because your 3D is going to rearrange itself to accommodate your imagination. You and everything in your 3D is all from your imagination. You decide what you're manifesting. You actually decide the timing of it. Maybe you're not ready to have that desire just yet. Maybe you're kind of comfortable in the current reality because things are going to have to change up a bit in order for that manifestation to fully complete. Maybe not so much of a big change. That's totally up to you. Maybe it's a big change. For example, if you have $0 in your bank account and you're desiring $1 million, quite a bit of changes are going to have to occur for that manifestation to play out in the 3D world, right? But if your current reality shows you $0 in your bank account and you are fully saturating your mind, imagining of, I have $1 million in that bank account and what it feels like and what you're going to do with the money and seeing the dollar amount in your bank account and feeling how confident you are, or how proud you are, or excited or relieved. Relief is a good one, like the satisfaction of having that $1 million as if it's completely natural and normal. You didn't have to worry about how you got it. Like, you know that it's there, it's done. Manifestation is complete. And you're just in relief. Yes. And then you just go about your day. If you want to think more about it, that you have the $1 million, go for it. But there's no stress or worry. Just it's going to happen because you decided it. You chose it. You felt it. You imagined it in your 4D. And now the 3D is just going to mirror it back to you. So there's no need to worry. And you know this. Think of all the things that you've manifested already. Like you thought about it, you'd kind of played with it in your imagination, and maybe even had some doubts, and it still came into your 3D world. Maybe you didn't need to doubt it at all. What's the point of doubting? It's just going to come in anyway. So I hope that helps. I'm also doing a 10-day manifestation challenge. It's very cheap. It's just a 10-day journal exercise of you dwelling in the desire that you want and then just watching it appear in your 3D. Link is below. I also do a bi-weekly manifestation mastermind, which is free. Link is below if you'd like to join us. We always have a pretty good time talking about manifestation topics and sharing our successes, which is so fun. Like, subscribe, comment down below any insights you got or any questions you need help with. I'd love to help you. I'll see you in the next video.